Pretty quick intro. Welcome to another live session of the Blunt Lab. I'm Al, joined by my brothers Marcus, Matt, Gabe, and Rick. What's happening, fellas?
What's up? What's up? What's
What's
up?
up?
Hopefully we get through it this week.
All right, so far there is no delay, so that's good.
That's good.
We'll see how that works out. All right, so let's start the show off with a little inquiring minds, just to get things rolling. Get the serious stuff out the way. So this week's question: how do you navigate a relationship when you feel betrayed but still love the person? Who
Oh,
wants
can
to
I go
go
first?
first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
You don't.
What's
You
up,
don't, man.
Julian?
You don't.
Juju.
You don't navigate it. You just leave the relationship, man. If you feel betrayed, there's no future in it. So, and you can love someone and not be with them. I don't think that's like a foreign feeling. You can still care for people and just know that
Q.
y'all aren't good for each other.
Yep.
Thank
you.
And there's no trust. There's no nothing without trust.
I hear that. Next.
Um, I don't know. I think I disagree with Marcus here to a certain extent. If you really love somebody and you want to make it work, and you can take that step forward and be mature and give them a chance to right their wrongdoings, and that's something that you have to do. Because I mean, betray could mean a lot of different things. It How they betray you could change that, and maybe if it's something that you can't get over, then yeah, end it. But you're gonna go through shit with whoever you're with, and it could be a girlfriend, a brother, any type of relationship. If you get betrayed by somebody, I feel like everybody deserves a second chance. I guess that's the best way to boil down what I'm trying to say. You can't just be like, oh, you fucked me over once, so now we're done. I'm never gonna talk to you again. Now, if it's two, three, four times, okay, yeah, I gave you your chance. Now I gotta cut this shit off.
I can dig that.
Hey. I hear that. Excuse me.
I mean, in context though, like depending on like Matt said, depending on what it is, like
Exactly.
the betrayal could be like you said, it could be a multitude of things, but I don't know. I just feel like without the trust though, that's my thing. Like obviously, like Matt said, you're gonna go through things in a relationship, regardless of its friendship, relationship, whatever. You're gonna go through
I
things
guess
ups and downs, but
I'll jump in before the rest of the guys. Like, it's betrayal. Now, you are going to have disagreements in a relationship. You are going to have times where you don't see eye to eye.
mm-hmm.
But if you've crossed that line to where the word betrayed is used, there is no second chance.
Mm.
Because you should have known. You should have known better. So if you knew your act was an act of betrayal, then you weren't planning on being forgiven. And there is no second chance after that. Again, it's okay to disagree. It's okay not to see eye to eye, but to
Mm-hmm.
betray someone that you love, yeah. How can you say you love me if you can betray me? Let's just be.
Yeah, betray. Using even the word in terminology, betrayal, it shows malice, right? That means that the person maliciously did you dirty. There's a difference between my decisions, my feelings, etc., being different. But to betray someone means that you consciously put forth the effort to do them dirty.
Mm.
So to answer your question, to how do you navigate that? Right, it can be cut and dry, like Marcus said, in that shit. Right, but I think really where Marcus is going with that has to do with trust, because betraying me and losing my trust may not go hand in hand, right? But at the same time, I think using the word betrayal, especially for mature folks, it's kind of hard for us to ever get back. Like, I'm not saying that relationships won't continue to go after the betrayal, but it will never be the same. And mind you, Matt, betrayal is not the same thing as I did something, I fucked up. Like,
See, and that's everybody's, depth perception, how they look at it, how deep that meaning of the word betrayal means. It's different for all of us and whoever's watching. That betrayal word could, you could have ate my last slice of pie out the fridge.
That's
Somebody could say, "Oh,
betrayal.
you betrayed me." You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of looked at it like that. But if you're
Mhm.
looking at it of a standpoint to where, like you said, you went out of your way knowing you were gonna hurt me and you wanted to go do that, that's a
Mhm.
totally different story. Now, if I fuck up, I texted somebody, did some shit I shouldn't have done, me and you can come together and decide, hey, we can get over this or we can't.
Mhm.
That's where my second chance comes from. Because everybody's gonna fuck up. We're all gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
But are we gonna be grown about this situation and we're gonna let everything that we've done just
Mhm.
go to trash over something may not have been as big to me as it was to you, whatnot, whatever. But
It's back
are
to that
we?
trust factor, man.
Yeah.
It's that trust factor. Like, yeah, like you know what I mean? Like, you might have did some fucked up shit, but I can still trust that you're going to be a man about it. That you're
Mhm.
going to accept your, the things that come along with that action.
Yep.
Versus someone who's going to like do you dirty, then get caught, lie, still lie,
Exactly.
things like
Yeah.
that. That type
Dude,
of
that's
shit.
a
Fuck
different
you.
story.
You don't love me. You don't care about me. Like
Yep.
Al said.
Mhm.
What do you think, Gabe?
I have to agree with Rick and Al and Marcus only because uh, betrayal is betrayal. There's no degrees of small betrayal, big betrayal. It's betrayal.
Mm.
You know, with trust, yeah, there's different degrees of trust, of course. But in a relationship, if you betrayed me, no, I'm gonna say you're done. It's a one and you're done. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You it's a betrayal is like you guys said. It's you did it deliberately. You knew what you were doing. You're not 3 years old where you don't know what's right and what's wrong, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I would have
Straight up,
straight up
That's the key
goodbye.
word.
See you later,
That's it.
for
alligator.
me, an act of betrayal, forgiveness is me allowing you to live and walking away. Straight up. That's your second chance,
Hey, on
essentially.
record, Al, I would never betray you.
I would
No.
never betray.
No.
On record.
Not the
You heard it.
Homelander.
You heard it here first.
We're not portraying the Homelander,
If I
bro.
did, I would play the clip of Anna Faris singing "Forgiveness" in the movie Just Friends. If you ever get that video from me, just know I fucked up. You know what I mean?
Hey, great answers, guys. That is Inquiring Minds. Appreciate you guys participating. Anybody listening, feel free to give us your answers as well. We love your participation. Now, before we
Yeah.
move on, I just want to take the time out to wish my beautiful wife a happy anniversary. Love you, babe. Appreciate you
Happy
so soon.
anniversary, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
4 years? Yeah, 4 years now?
Yep.
Damn,
Yes,
And
sir.
4 years already?
That's dope.
Yeah.
congratulations to Rick over here. His
Yeah.
grandbaby.
Congratulations
His
to being
grandbaby
married.
turned 2 yesterday.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, a lot of celebrations. All right,
A lot of stuff going on right now.
that's
Mhm.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before we move on to our regularly scheduled program,
Mm.
I hope I'm not pronouncing his name incorrectly, but Mario Kaiser of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Uh-oh.
You start off by saying rest in peace.
Ooh, okay. Sheesh.
And apparently the news outlet down there hasn't put this out. So this is another black trucker
Oh, okay.
who end up a tree ornament, as the white racists like to put it,
Jesus.
and then tried to claim that he committed suicide. Now, I heard a 30-minute conversation with this dude's mom with somebody who's trying to get this story out. Her son was 300 pounds. The table was left at the scene of the crime. There were no footprints on the table. Had he stepped onto this table to hang himself, which black people wouldn't do if they were going to kill themselves,
We're not going to
Shoot,
give the
take
white
pills.
man the credit.
yeah. So yeah, No footprints on the table. The table wouldn't have been capable of supporting 300 pounds. She had, she isn't from North Carolina, so of course she had to fly in or drive in. I'm not too sure what the case was there, but they had already embalmed her son. They refused to let her see her son,
Jeez.
and
Did
they
this happen
refused
in
the altar.
Charlotte?
Yes, Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if you remember Javion McGee, Charlotte, North Carolina.
I used to live
So,
out there. Man.
Yeah, Matt and I both lived out there too. The north side of that city can be very white power-ish, if you will, with the way they do things.
so I feel bad for this guy's mom. They refused to allow her to go to his apartment. The cops started off saying that, hey, we didn't know where he was coming from. A doctor discovered his body. Like, apparently, and then later on, a detective comes out and says, oh, we watched him come out of his apartment and walk into the woods to go hang himself. So the mom was like, well, did you see the rope in hand? Did you see the table in hand? Like, what did you see? I mean, you first told me you didn't see or didn't know anything, but now you're telling me you were watching him
Who is
walk
this? A
from his
detective?
apartment.
A
Yeah.
detective? Why wouldn't you go
Uh,
investigate that if you see somebody that looks like they're
a
about to
black
go do
man walking
something
into the woods by himself.
with rope and a table and all this? Like, obviously, we know where that's going. So, like, why wouldn't you try to?
Like
You
he
know,
didn't he couldn't answer whether or not my man had anything in hand because I mean, come on. Really?
it's bullshit, man.
So,
It's
there are a
2025.
bunch of
The fact that black people being lynched in 2025 is fucking ridiculous. That's
it
all it
never
is to
stopped,
it.
bro. It never
No, I'm saying,
stopped.
but that's ridiculous, though. We're in this day and age. Like, how is that still a thing?
But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna march about it because that does so much. So much. Like there's a version of the Black Panthers out there roaming around, and then there's a group of brothers, brown and black, wearing purple, doing a ton of marching. I mean, how many more times do we need to be hung for us to start sending a message? I mean, if there
Hey,
is one person that actually went out of their way to send a message, was that story with was it Ohio, where the cops shot a black kid in the back. The backstory they fed was that he was in a stolen vehicle and pulled a weapon. Body cam footage shows a completely different story.
mm-hmm.
So the father of this kid got in his SUV and ran over a cop that was like a crossing guard. It was late in his career, but he was out there being a crossing guard. The consensus was, well, that wasn't the cop that killed your son.
Still one of them, though.
Mm.
And you know me, man. Like, I'm a chill cat, but honestly, like, and I hate to say it this way, violence seems to be the only thing that causes change in humanity
But that's the thing though
throughout
too is
history.
how long does that change last? 'Cause,
Oh, it usually does
you know,
last because
is
every
but
war has happened.
but for
Like,
how long? Like we've we did the Civil War and all this other stuff, and we fought for these things to change,
mm-hmm.
and what it lasts this amount of time, and then people go right back, or they come out of hiding and show their true colors again.
No, I mean, there'll be a new problem that comes up from it, but it won't be this problem. Like, I'm not saying that there needs to be some kind of race war, but there needs to be some kind of definitive action to be like, hey, this isn't
And here's the
acceptable.
thing. Here's the thing, little bro, is one, we definitely don't need a race war.
No.
Two, if one started, the blacks lose, hands down.
We're not united. Of course, we're gonna lose.
So until, like, granted, this father that ran that cop over,
Shit,
I'm
I'm fighting
glad
with y'all.
somebody, you know what I mean? I'm glad somebody stood up because everybody can proclaim how innocent that cop that died was. Like, really? What
That
did that cop do to protect the black community? And I'm pretty sure if we dug deep, I'm pretty sure that motherfucker has skeletons in his closet too.
But I mean,
You know
even
me.
if you take it a step further than that, people want to claim, oh, what did that cop do? Yes, I feel for him. If he, but that little boy was innocent too, and he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it? Oh, this white cop got killed and he was innocent. He had nothing to do with it. Why
And
are
you
we not
see how
talking about
quick,
the innocent black young men who got killed?
and we see how quick they spun the story around. Here's what happened with the vehicle that boy was in. A payment hadn't been made. I think they were like a month or two behind, and the finance agency reported the car stolen for a back payment.
Oh,
That's
but
all that was.
that sounds about right to me. You miss a payment, you deserve to get shot and killed. I mean,
You know what I mean?
makes sense.
Yeah,
Especially
but
if
they
you're
would
black.
they,
You know?
they
Pretty
wouldn't
much.
they wouldn't make they wouldn't report the car stolen. They would just send a guy like a tow truck guy to go pick up the car.
Right.
They
They put it on a
wouldn't call
repo
the
list.
they wouldn't report it stolen.
Exactly.
Well, apparently they reported it stolen.
They can with rental cars too. Like a rental car, if you like basically like after so many days, and if you don't communicate with them, they'll report it stolen. You'll get pulled over on a stolen vehicle.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different than having a car like
I don't know. We don't know that. That's just it. I don't know that. I don't know that obviously, but it can
It's
happen.
Ohio.
But it
It's
still
Ohio.
doesn't change a thing. Like it shouldn't have happened.
But again,
Back.
a stolen car means you deserve to get shot and killed.
yeah.
Did he grab for a pistol?
It sounds about the same.
I'm saying, man,
when-
like you shouldn't be afraid anytime you see a police officer. Like
Shit,
I'm
I
out
am.
in the streets
I
every day.
am.
I see a cop.
I am.
I'm shook. And if I get pulled over, oh my gosh,
Uh-huh.
like I don't know what the fuck is about to happen. You shouldn't feel like that.
It's
But,
funny. They come at you and they say shit like, "Oh, well, you look nervous." Well, why the
Well,
fuck
no
do you
shit.
think I look nervous, bro?
Look at y'all's history. Look at what y'all
For
did.
real.
What am I
That's
supposed
just
to do?
That's to help them
Crazy.
get their probable cause. They, we're all scared and nervous when anybody tries to tell us what to do. You know what I mean? I couldn't, for the life of me, imagine what it would be like to be a black man in those situations because I know how scared I am.
I am.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I get the white
And I-
privilege. When it comes to getting
and I've
pulled
met
over, there's a
some-
white privilege.
I've
Like,
met
when
some
I hear
cool
the story
cops in
of-
life. You know,
Yeah,
like I've met some
there
cool.
are some.
But there's
there are
not
some
enough
here-
of them standing up against the bad ones. Like you said this before,
Exactly.
Al, many times. There's not enough of them like standing up against the wrong that's happening. So it's like all of y'all are wrong in a sense.
Like,
because you're not
to say
doing
you're
anything.
innocent. Yeah, to call them innocent. Like, look, most people probably go into being a cop with good intentions,
It's a gang,
just
bro.
like some do with politics. But once
Mhm.
you're in the game, you're told how to play it.
It's correct.
And if you don't want to play ball, because dude, as much as we can say white cops are guilty, what have the black cops done? There are black cops on the
Exactly.
force.
That's a
What-
big thing too.
Yeah.
What have they
And they're
done?
usually pretty
Okay.
fucking racist.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah,
They're
could argue
quick
they're
to
almost
be
worse.
racist against color. They're quick to
Towards
be
their
racist
own
against
people.
color.
Exactly.
A lot. Yes,
Their own
100%.
Yes.
Because
So-
it becomes this like high and mighty attitude, kind of like what you're getting at, Al.
I'm
said,
better
like
than
you
you.
said, a lot of cops get into it with the best of intentions or whatever. If you want to help people, go be a fucking fireman or EMT. People sign up to be a fucking cop because they want that fucking badge and they want that power. Even the ones with the best intentions. And I'm telling you, bro, it's I watch a lot of cop videos too. I watch a lot of body cam footage. I'm very grateful that we have body cam footage now because you see how a lot of these scenarios kind of go down, and it's great. And then those situations, like you said, Al, where they have the body cam footage and it didn't back up the fucking cop story at all. You know what I mean? So I'm glad more of that. I think a lot more people are aware of police injustice now. Now that doesn't just make it go away.
What kills me the most about those videos is that you see the difference between how they approach black suspects and how they approach white suspects. It's like some of the body cam footage I've seen of white suspects, they're fully armed, whether it be a gun or a knife, charging at the police.
Stop! I'm gonna tase you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? As to where the black suspect is running away.
And they get shot in the back 15 times.
So I'm supposed to feel bad about a father who just lost his son, who ran over a dude that was close to retiring. As far as I'm concerned, you lived a good life, homie. You can't expect me to feel bad.
Well, that's
In no way, shape, or form.
It's an emotional outburst, so he probably won't get punished in the way that like premeditated it. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But it is a cop.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's still alive, to be honest with
That's what I
you.
mean. Like cops usually, when When you bust out a cop or kill a cop, those cops will pretty much treat you like you're done.
Yeah, Granda,
So look up the
Granda
name
Dirt.
Mario Kaiser, North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Rest in
You'll
peace.
see how little they have on this story.
Mm.
I mean, so little.
They don't
But
want nobody to know
you
what
know,
they did.
Moving on. Let's talk about the most least watched NBA Finals in history.
Called it.
And that bad, huh?
I don't know. Least watched is kind of fucking crazy, if you ask me.
That could be
Hey,
the
the
media.
numbers speak for the
I mean,
numbers
since
speak
the
for themselves.
metrics, since they started using these metrics, maybe it is. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I would
but
think the '60s weren't watched like that either.
let's
But they didn't
break
have
it
the
down a
metrics.
step further. Is it least watched because your team's not in it,
Star power.
or is it
That's
least
why they have
watched
narrative.
because you don't like the people that are in it, or is it least watched because you don't like basketball?
Looking at the
I don't,
finals right now, the biggest star playing right now is probably Shea.
and I
Yeah.
don't care about who the fuck's in the finals. I love basketball.
Because you're an enthusiast of the sport.
Yeah.
What's up, Tyler?
What
Thank
that
you for
means.
tuning
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Thanks for listening,
So,
Tyler.
I am tuned in to watch whoever the fuck's in the finals, even if I hate the teams. I hated the Warriors, but guess what? I was still watching them every time they were in the finals.
Matt,
They were
you
fun
love
to
hoop,
watch.
though. Matt, you love hoop though. That's your thing. Like
That's
you're a
different.
hooper. You love hoop. A lot of people don't
Right.
feel like
So, but
that. They
that's
like
what I'm saying.
stars.
So, like, are these low ratings coming from people who don't love basketball because they just don't love it and their team's not in it, so they don't give a fuck?
It's a
Well,
reality that you're going to have to accept, Matthew. And this is why that we constantly can have the conversation about games being fixed and situations being put in a certain way. The finals for the NBA and the Super Bowl, the football, has to have star power and teams that people want to watch. Because at that point in time, the marketing from those leagues, they don't care about you, Matt. They care about all of the people that they need to tune in and watch the fucking advertisements and
Mm.
et cetera, et cetera.
and
They
if
already got you there.
okay, but if it's so fixed, like you say, then why is Anthony Edwards not in the
It's
finals?
it's
Why
not
is
so
why
fixed.
is LeBron James not in the finals? You know, those are the
I
star players that you
Oh
talk
my
about.
God.
None of them are in it.
no. And it's
So if it's
years like
fixed, why are they
this.
not there?
It's season endings like this that create those narratives again later. Like that's what happens. They're like, well, we can't have this next year. So bet Braun or the Warriors or some other stars are going to be in the finals next year.
I can see that. I can see that.
I don't know.
Unless SGA, I mean, he's already a superstar. He's an MVP. Like if he comes out and wins it, and he's like the first MVP to win the Finals MVP in like 10 years. Like this
Oh,
is
since LeBron James. Oh,
Hold on.
No,
You
no,
say
since
you said
Curry. Steph was the
He's not
last one.
there. He's not
Steph
there
was the
because
last
of
one.
popularity.
Oh no,
Like,
I'm wrong. No, you're right.
No.
You're right. No, Steph did not win Finals.
the
MVP.
last one since
That's right.
LeBron James
That's
will
true.
be this
That's
year
right.
if
That's
SGA
true.
wins.
That's true. That is
Let's
true.
not
well, to
forget
say
that.
SGA winning this one, that's going to be far fetched, considering how Game 1 ended.
Oh, they're
That's
gonna win, bro.
dude. Come on,
Thunder in 5.
come
Thunder
on.
in 5. I'm calling.
Okay.
Indiana's not winning another game. If Indiana has to win, if they have to come back every game, the crap that they did against the Knicks and against the Cavs and all these other teams, Oklahoma ain't built like that. Oklahoma looked stupid in the first game. I don't see it happening again. I don't think Indiana's winning another one.
well, I
Unless
think that
Pascal
was
Siakam
Well,
does it.
I'll talk to you
Siakam's the
about
guy.
4 hours. I'll talk to you about 4 hours. The game
I'm
starts
saying
at 8.
Siakam's the guy.
The
Halliburton,
game starts
like
at 8.
whatever. He's good. He's cool. He'll do his
Speaking
thing. If
speaking
Pascal
of Siakam,
Siakam shows up, they got it.
did you see the footage or the clip of when they were handing out the MVP of the
Oh,
Eastern
yeah.
Conference Finals?
Hallie
How
thought he got it.
Halliburton thought it was for him.
Mhm.
He was like already celebrating on the side, and then boom,
Yeah.
Siakam.
Siakam
And his
was
face,
consistent.
what
his
you saw.
face, Halliburton's face literally said, that darky.
Oklahoma lost that game because of from not having enough age yet. That was lack of gumption. They should have kept on full throttle all the way through the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, they let them boys come back because they were, as Al just said,
No.
they were already they thought they had it. So their brain was
No.
not killer instinct at that time.
What I'm saying,
Hey.
y'all remember the last round, the Wolves beat them by like 100 points in one game.
Yeah.
And then they didn't win another game. Like that was over. Like that was cool. You got that. Oklahoma's built different, man. Like I don't know. I don't see Indiana doing what they did to the Knicks, because the Knicks, we all know, are choke artists. That's fine.
The
Hey,
Knicks are a
man,
dumpster fire.
as a New Yorker, I'm
Straight
sorry.
dump.
I
You
can't.
know, yeah, the Magic didn't do any better, but damn.
Oh, the Magic
Yeah.
suck though. Just
Did
like
y'all
the Heat.
see their new jerseys?
Whoa.
Those New Jerseys are awful.
Suck.
The
That
Magic
new
suck, bro.
logo? What the fuck are we doing?
They suck a little bit. I mean, they got good players, but you know what I mean. They don't have
Those
like.
jerseys are fucking terrible.
You know they
dude.
call me the voodoo child, brother, right? You know
Then
that.
you
Oh
need
my
to do
God.
some voodoo for the Magic to
Here we
win,
go.
and the
I'm about to do
Giants
some voodoo. I'm about to do some
Magic gonna
voodoo.
kick some magic.
and the Yankees. Do some voodoo for the Yankees and the Giants to win. Man.
Fuck your couch, nigga. All right. Well,
Hey, that would be cool though. If the Magic were to pull out next year or something. Hey man, I'm not against the Magic.
if Giannis ends up there, maybe.
Yeah, if we can
Maybe.
sign a big name in the offseason, like that's gonna fit right, we'll do a lot better. We're missing a piece.
I disagree. They need to hold out like the Thunder.
Yeah, I just need a scoring guard, man. I just need a wing that can score. That would be fun.
Yeah, Paulo can't do it all.
Or a point guard, or both.
For sure.
Or a point guard that does what a guard like that, like Darius Garland, would be perfect for y'all.
You can stay healthy.
I heard a couple of teams want Suggs too. Want
I
Suggs?
mean, I'd be weird about giving up Suggs the defense, man. He's like
It's about what we're gonna
defensive
get.
player.
It's about who we're gonna get. So if somebody's got a good trade package because they want Suggs, I would look at it.
That's true.
I don't
That
want
is
to
true.
lose him, but I know we're a star away. And let's just face it, between Suggs and even Fultz too. Like they're great players, but they're just not quite enough.
That's true. That's fair.
For sure.
That's very fair.
For sure.
Thunder and 5. That's it.
Thunder and fight.
F those.
I wish I had
niggas.
the Shannon Sharp. I wish I had the wordplay. I didn't have anything prepared for it. I'm just gonna say Thunder and 5.
All right, I will be blowing up the chat tonight when this game is going on. We'll see. Let's keep that same energy going.
Yeah, we'll see.
Good.
We'll see. I mean, I'm not gonna be watching it.
If the Thunder lose, I'm just gonna say Thunder and 6, bro. If they lose again, Thunder and 7. I gotta double down, man. I've said it live. I gotta keep that energy. So.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So let's move on. Matt, please tell me you got a chance to watch last night's event.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, I will say this.
Even want to talk about it.
I dived into it right after the Kevin Holland fight. I kind of wanted to see that fight. I saw that
he did great last night.
Yeah,
did he? Okay, well, cool. I'm happy for him. Congrats on that. But I did catch Patchy Mix's debut into the UFC. I don't know what it is about the UFC spotlight that freezes some dudes up. But yo, Patchy Mix was not moving his head. His feet were literally planted to the floor. Just, it looked bad, man.
It's a lot of pressure though. You know, if it's your first time on there, man. You know, everybody watching you, man.
It's the biggest promotion in the world.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I get that. But this is what you signed up for. This is what you've been waiting for.
Of course.
Considering that it is the biggest stage ever. Like, when you watch his past fights before joining the UFC, I mean, dude, he was ruining people.
Was it who he was fighting or was it nerves?
Well, he was fighting a top 10 guy, ranked number 10. Now, granted, Patchy Mix was taking shots to the face. So I will say this, his chin is pretty good. Either his chin is really good or Batista just doesn't hit that.
True.
But
you like his chin, don't you?
There you go.
You see Marcus's face. Oh fuck! But
I'm talking right there, Al.
Yeah, dude, like, man.
I think
He damn sure did, Tyler. I mean, like, he damn sure did. Like, I didn't know much about Patchy, so I went up and looked up highlights. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a good fucking fight. If he beats this guy, he takes his rank. It was like, oh man, the fight was just terrible.
I think that kind of shows the difference, though, of
the organizations.
Okay, I'm a killer here.
Mm.
Like, let's put in perspective. Okay, I'm killing in high school basketball. First day, I get my scholarship, go to D1. I'm playing a D1 college game. You
Mhm.
think you're gonna go kill like you're still in high school again? I think it's like that same. It just shows like how good the fighters really are in the UFC compared to these other lower pro level fighters. It's not the same. It separates the two of okay, you're a good pro fighter.
Sorry, not sorry, says Patchy's feet was in cement. We totally
Yeah.
agree.
You know, yeah, I think it just shows. Damn, you can kill here, but are you gonna kill over there?
There's levels. There's levels
There's
to
levels to this shit.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For fucking real.
Yeah.
Now, the next fight is what's his name? Joe Pyfer, who I became a fan of simply because of the entrance music he used last night. Now, this tells me that this white boy from Philly hung out with a lot of Puerto Ricans. Because my man was rocking some freestyle, some Stevie B, who is the king of freestyle. Hey, Joe Pyfer, I know you're listening out there, buddy. Even though you were a little stiff last night, I'm still a fan. I know you can do better because I've seen you put people to sleep, homie.
Sorry if y'all
But I-
lost me for a second. I hit the airplane mode on my laptop, but I think I'm back.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got you.
Look at you.
Uh-huh.
But Joe Pyfer is the man. He didn't, he little ring rust, but nonetheless, he pulled it out, won the fight.
Mhm.
Next fight, co-main event. Oh,
Oh, she's
No,
a
that's
bad
the one I
bitch.
want to talk about.
She is a bad bitch.
That's the
man.
one I wanted to talk about. We're not fans of
Blame it on
Juliana
this-
Pena on this show.
And look, Juliana is probably a nice person.
She
But
is.
I'm
Interviews,
just
she
not
seems really cool.
I'm just not a fan. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Kayla. Wow.
That's a man right there.
That was tough, bro.
That's
a
Matt at
fucking man right there.
AOL.com. Matt at AOL.com.
And then Nunez come out. And they
Yeah,
did
she's
the
Oh,
coming
yeah.
back.
Setting that fight up.
That's
Now,
the fight.
look,
That's the one.
it is, but here's my take on that. We all know I love Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda is the GOAT. 2-division
Yes.
champ. We've seen her ruin Cyborg when we've seen Cyborg ruin so many other women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if sorry, not sorry, man.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got it.
Definitely.
Hey, sorry,
Bro.
not sorry. Let us know what your name is, buddy, and how you got onto us.
My thing about Kayla is if she's not grappling you, like she gonna have to eat a lot of shots to get her hands on Amanda. And Amanda's wrestling and jiu-jitsu ain't bad either. So
See,
I'm like,
that-
Kayla's tough, but I mean, is she gonna be eating rights and left? Like, she gonna eat that many to try to
Yeah,
get her
because
to
we
the
saw what
ground?
those punches did to Cyborg. I mean, like, ooh.
She has Cyborg looking ridiculous out there, bro. Who's done Cyborg like that before or since?
Nobody.
Amanda
And
retired.
I'm not gonna jump.
Rousey too. I mean, granted, Holly kicked her head into like she was a different person after that. But I mean, we seen how bro. You remember like when she took the belt? Was it from Misha, right?
Mhm.
Did she take the belt from Misha?
Who, Ronda?
No, Amanda. Because Amanda had the belt when she fought Ronda. Because Misha took the belt from Holly. Yeah, she went in there and beat Misha up too. And that was like the fight was like, oh, Misha's gonna fight.
And Misha made a comeback a couple of weeks ago that looked terrible, bro.
Yes, some people just need to stay retired, man. But, I mean, I think Nunez is like, I don't know, man. I can never bet against her. And I know she's lost before, but Kayla's a beast. I'm not taking that away from her. I'm just
Dude,
like,
she's a monster, man.
yeah, it's like you're gonna have to take some shots to get to the game that you want to play. I don't know.
Shit, I'll
Two-time
take a
gold
shot right
medalist
now.
in judo. Two-time.
Is that Amsterdam?
Ronda got beat. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Amanda beat Ronda, but that was a title fight because Ronda took that whole year off. Holly was supposed to wait for Ronda to come back, but she's like, no, I want to take a fight now. Fought Misha, got choked out with like 20 seconds left for whatever reason. And then Misha fought Amanda, and nobody knew that Amanda was going to do that to Misha. It was like, oh, yeah, we're going to get the trilogy fight. Misha and Ronda coming back. Nope.
Mm-mm.
And bro, you remember like the promotion going into the fight with Ronda? They didn't even talk about Amanda. Amanda's a champ. They didn't even talk about her. They were like, "Oh, Ronda's coming back. Oh, the GOAT's back. Oh, what we gonna see?" And we saw what we saw. Yeah, we saw what
She
we
got
saw.
her ass beat, so now she's in that fake WWE shit.
Bro, when Amanda hit her and she
She's still
hit the
doing that?
cage,
Shots fired.
I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Now Ronda, she's not welcome in WWE, man. She said it was
Look,
fake.
when
Not
Amanda,
it's scripted. Okay, listen, I'm not
They
going
work
to.
way
I'm not
harder.
doing
They
this.
work way harder in the WWE and UFC.
Here
I'll
we
tell
go.
you.
You
I'm
gotta
not gonna
start
do
something,
it.
Marcus.
I'm gonna get fired up.
You gotta
right
start
now.
something.
Hey, Al, end the podcast right now. He just said WWE works harder than UFC.
I never said that. I'm saying
No.
it's scripted.
Now your buddy right there just did.
oh my
Hey,
god,
it's just as dangerous though, man.
UFC fighters don't have to get in the ring 200 nights a year and perform, and they still have to practice all day too. So don't even bring that up.
Hey, guess what? That's like me saying I'm on an acting show pretending to be a basketball player, telling you that I'm working harder than Michael Jordan ever worked. Like,
But
let's
Matt,
stop.
you still got to be a hooper though. If it's gonna be
Yeah.
an authentic basketball show, you still got to get some.
But
hoopers.
it's not. It's not.
Yeah, but you still
Look.
doing some work
I
though.
didn't say they punch harder.
You see
When
what you
Amanda-
Marcus?
when Amanda punched Ronda backwards and she punched Cyborg backwards,
Yeah,
I knew Amanda was a different type of beast. Now I know she's got 2 daughters right now. She's been out of the game for a little bit.
Mhm.
Again,
That's true,
Kayla, is it Harrison or Harry? It's
too.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Mhm.
Yeah, she, man, she's younger.
Yeah.
She's on the come up.
She's tough, man.
I
She
think
said
this is
that
going to
they
be a
say
good
that
fight. I
she-
kind of wanted to see the rubber match between her and Pena to shut Pena up once and for all,
I don't wanna
just
see it.
from that aspect. I mean, granted, it just needs to be done because Juliana's going to continue to run her mouth if that isn't handled. But the Kayla fight, that's a big money maker.
Yeah, it is.
I look forward to that one.
Yeah.
But
I say if
talk
Amanda
about
wins,
the-
she's the GOAT. I mean, she's already the GOAT.
Oh, I mean,
But
she's
that would
already the
just
GOAT, but
cement
it will just
Like,
solidify. Yeah.
there's nothing left. There's nobody left to fight. You've done it all.
Want to see her fight John Jones?
Hey, she
That's
gonna lose her leg.
Matt at AOL.com.
Hey, she'll put up a better
Matt.
fight than John Jones' wife does.
Oh shit!
I repeat, that is Matt at AOL.com.
I'm gonna have to call his old lady and have her come in there and grab that bottle.
I am not laughing at this. I am
I'm
not
laughing.
participating.
I'm not condoning it.
Matt, you're cut off, bro. You're cut off.
Hey, who puts up a better fight, John Jones' nose or his wife?
Oh,
damn.
man. Oh, this man is on one.
Let's talk about who might not
Moving
make
on.
GOAT status after this performance in the main event.
Oh yeah, sugar.
Man, oh man.
Tough.
The kissing was cute though.
You probably did like that, didn't you?
Who was kissing? Him and O'Malley? Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell me that.
No man, he kissed the back of his neck and all that shit before. So like,
Yeah, the last time they fought.
Oh, I mean, maybe he was going for the cheek and O'Malley moved. Sometimes that shit ain't coordinated. So I'll let that slide. You know what I mean?
He's just got his number, bro.
You shouldn't be
He's just
kissing
got
anybody,
O'Malley's
bro.
number.
I
It's
don't even think it's a number thing.
He's in his head.
Dude, Marab is a
him.
beast.
No, he is. But like, Sugar can't do nothing with him, bro. Like, he can't do anything with him.
Well, because he keeps trying to prove the point that he's the best striker in the division. Cool. Awesome. Love it. I see it. But you are not going to be a wrestler at that high of a level trying to strike him out all night. Because guess what? If you don't hit him on his way to you, he's going to take you down and choke you out. We've
Every
seen
time.
it twice.
Yep.
And bro, when you see, and
So
Marab
he is.
improved.
Yeah.
Marab not
Sorry,
only
you're right.
improved his stand-up, but the day after their last fight, Marab was on the treadmill running when
Right.
DC went to go visit him.
That's why he don't
Okay.
get tired. His cardio is elite.
This dude is ridiculous, bro.
Did you see him pick him up?
Ridiculous.
Did you see him pick O'Malley up like a child, bro? Like he picked him up like you pick your child up. Like
I
what
think
is
you
that?
ain't gonna be holding me like no damn baby.
You're not gonna do that to me, bro. Like, nah, we're gonna fight. Like, I'm gonna do some illegal shit at that
You're
point.
gonna have to put me to sleep.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's how that went.
God damn it,
That is
Sean.
how. That
I was
is,
so excited too because he definitely looked so locked in. It seems like he took his camp a lot more serious. He was more
and he wasn't
dialed
hurt.
in.
Last fight he was hurt. You know, no excuses. He wasn't making excuses, but truthfully, he was hurt. He needed surgery. He shouldn't have even fought the last fight, but he still did. So
Where
I
does he
give him
go
all the
from
credit.
here? Like, where does Sugar go from here?
I mean, you can't tell him to gain weight. I don't see that happening.
I mean,
And
you're
if he
looking
lose
at.
weight, he'll be dead.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but you're looking at another Dustin Poirier,
Oh, I would love to
Justin
see that
Gaethje.
fight.
Yes.
Sorry, not sorry. I would
Yes.
love
But
to see that fight.
yeah, Kevin Holland's moving up and he's killing that motherfucker.
There's
But yeah, I
O'Malley,
mean,
like,
O'Malley is turning into like a Dustin Poirier or like a Justin Gaethje. Like
a
he's gonna
gatekeeper.
kill, he's gonna kill, he's gonna stay in the top of the ranks, but he's never gonna get over that hump.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
Not
gonna.
as
Yeah,
long
we'll
as
see.
Marab's at top. As
Nope.
long as Marab's at the top, like that's O'Malley's limit right there.
Hmm.
That's his
I mean,
threshold.
with the way Marab is going now, I think he's fighting till he's 60.
And there's no three-peat. Like there's no trilogy fight happening. Not with the way these two
No,
went.
there's no need. The way
There's
he
no point.
handled, the way he,
Yeah.
dude, you see the way he choked him out?
I think the only way that a trilogy happens is if O'Malley just stays at the top and is just killing everybody, and there's
O'Malley, yeah,
nobody else
O'Malley would
to
have to
fight
go through the entire division from the
Yeah.
bottom on up
to
before it
prove
gets
that
released.
nobody else deserves that shot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, by that
Yep.
point, it's
Yeah.
But that is
Shout
the
out to
UFC.
Marab.
What a disappointment! What a disappointment! But before we do move on to The Last of Us,
shout out John Jones.
we
It's the goat.
we all know last time we spoke about boxing, I mentioned Keyshawn Davis. How I was a fan of Keyshawn Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take that back.
Oh
Uh-oh.
God.
After last night's incident, his younger brother was boxing for a belt. His younger brother got his ass whooped, essentially.
Hmm.
The Davis boys thought that it would be okay to go into the winner's locker room and jump him.
Wow.
So, as a man, in my personal opinion, that makes you a coward. You got beat, your brother got beat in the ring. I mean, at best, get a rematch. Get better, get a rematch, whoop his ass. And not only did Keyshawn and his younger brother who lost go and jump this dude, but Keyshawn had a fight schedule and missed weight by well over just under 5 pounds. So that also makes you unprofessional.
Jeez.
You're a champ. He got stripped of his belt. You're a champ at a certain weight division. You should be able to make that weight.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, I mean, I like the dude's style and all, but yeah, you're a coward as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
it's kind of foul, bro.
Yeah.
Not the way. Isn't that it?
Nope.
Yes. Last week we could not cover The Last of Us due to some technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Episode 5, Feel Her Love. In this episode, we find out that the virus is airborne. And it's amazing how they can contain it to the basement. When their events all look. You see how fucked up they look? How they're just planted there and just breathing the spores out?
That's definitely
Like, dude.
deliberate.
Like they got them set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady who, the Asian lady, I guess her son was the one who went there. I guess the backstory to that is that she knew what was down there and sent them down there anyway just to investigate to see how bad it was.
But I think she didn't know that it was airborne though. But he called or he radioed her and told her you gotta lock us down here because it's too late. And it thankfully they were able to where like you said it wasn't able to get through the vents on upper floors, but Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, I like that there's new elements every episode, every season. There's new elements to what this virus is and how it's evolving, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't know if I do like that. I feel they're threading too far away from the game.
That's fair. I never played the
See,
game, so I don't.
see, for me, I've never played the game, so I get to look at it from a different, because I hear people beefing about how Ellie looks,
Mm-hmm.
how the girl who's playing Abby should have been Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and how both Abby and Ellie's characters should be like Cock Diesel right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
The
am.
dad memes.
Oh
look,
yeah. Jeez, the memes.
For the show, they have to do that type of stuff. They can't keep it the same because people that do play the game are gonna know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See,
they have to
where
change
that
some elements of that.
They do that with
I
the comic book stuff too.
I can get
Yeah.
that and I can respect that, but it's like you're gonna name this show, this movie off of a game. Gonna have the same characters. First couple of episodes are gonna be almost with the game, and then 3 episodes later you're gonna take a left turn and it's gonna have nothing to do with the shit that you're making it supposed to be based off of. I understand throwing some new shit in there, maybe throwing a new character here and there, throwing some new shit, especially because I mean the game only lasts so good. It's only so long. But if you're gonna, you're gonna base it off of this, don't go in left field every 3 episodes and make it have nothing to do with what you're basing this off of.
Well, I think that's the whole premise behind basing it. So even like movies and stuff that we watch where it says based on a true story or inspired by true events, they have to do certain elements to keep it congealed. Like it won't be a good story if it was all just like the video game. It would get kind of just like, well, what happened there? Tyler says the same shit happened with Game of Thrones, and what happened with Game of Thrones is the writers changed. So when it changed to a whole new writing team, they just had a different direction, and they didn't want to go as far with the books as the originals did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have to keep everybody interested. You know what I'm saying? So if you play the game and you know what's gonna happen, then there's no element of surprise. So
and at some point, Game of Thrones, the books just weren't written later on, so they were
Right.
just going off, what it was. But with this one, for me, I like what the actresses and actors are doing on the show. I mean, I think Ellie is doing a great job. I think her relationship with Dina is being played pretty good. Now, okay, I don't know. I don't know if it's this episode. Maybe it is. But when Dina tells her she loves her, I guess. Look, you just fought all these zombies. You just got bit again. Now they're showing the love scene between the two of them. I didn't see anybody wash their hands. There's an infection going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here you are with like filthy ass hands and you're finger blasting your girl. How is she not infected? I just want to know. Am I like
in that type of world, there's the bathing is out the window, bro.
Yeah, nobody washing their hands ever.
Yeah, who the hell's washing their hands? Who's taking a shower, bro? Who's brushing their teeth?
I mean, at least spit on your hands and wipe them off.
Nah,
we don't
man.
know. She might have done that. They didn't show us the.
Yeah, they probably didn't show
Very-
it.
Really.
Man, they showed you everything from the kissing to her taking the belt off to the finger stinging. There was no pause.
Hey, you never know. She might have
Hey.
wiped them hands afterwards.
Hey,
or
listen,
like right
now.
before.
Al's talking all this shit just to say he loved that scene.
Yeah.
You see, here's the thing about that, Matt.
He was so
Just like
grossed out.
shows, just like certain movies and certain shows, like Game of Thrones, since that was brought up. With little Macy in her scene, like seeing like that side boob made me a little uncomfortable.
Yes, no doubt.
Because I kind of watched you grow up. So as far as I'm concerned, you're still that little girl.
See,
and-
yeah, I don't look at it that way. When if it's with
You
it
see-
being me, I'm growing up with you, so
like I nitpick, like
it's
with
totally
Vampire
different. You're
Diaries,
already older,
these motherfuckers are 150 years old, fucking high school chicks. Like,
Yeah.
is that not pedophilia? I mean, I know you died when you were 17 and you returned, but you're still 150. They are still in high school. They're alive. Like,
That's technicality.
The vampire part of it,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
changes it. But yes, to your point, like the girl that was the original actress, and the second series of Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, like someone I'm not gonna say no names was like, oh, she's so pretty, da 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 da, and like saying how hot she was in the second season. I'm like, no, man, that's a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can think
They
like they're
sexualize the hell
pretty
out of
and
her.
they can be beautiful women, but like seeing them in that like
Yes,
That
being
light,
sexual.
yeah.
I can like if I've watched you like I thank God that I never watched Harry Potter while Emma was a kid, because then I wouldn't feel the way I feel about her now.
Sure.
See,
You
and that's
know?
the thing. I grew up with her, so I don't even look at it like that.
You think it's just sorry,
I
not
think
sorry
it's
says when we
fine.
think about Ellie's casting to
She's a
him
good
it's
actress.
distracting. I like it. You know,
Yeah.
again, I didn't play the game, and you know, I think she's
I don't care about the aesthetic of it. Like she's doing a good job as the character. So
yeah.
nobody's gonna look like a damn video game or a comic book like 100%. Like that. That's not a real. You know what I mean? Like it's not real. It's source material, but it's not real people from
Right, but
what they're taking it from.
Mm-hmm.
with that point though, these directors could do a little bit of a better job finding somebody who looks like the character.
But you need somebody that can portray the character as
That's
well
true
as
too.
look
Your
like
your acting has to.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
acting is the 80%. The other 20 is how you look.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
And I
And
love the way Nora dies in this episode.
that's what I was gonna
It
say.
is-
This is the episode, right? Where she's walking
Yeah, this is
down
this
there and
episode.
she's
Mhm.
sick and shit, and she's looking at Ellie like, "Yo, why aren't you coughing? Like, what's going on?" I love that moment where she realized, "Oh, you're the
that
girl. You're the girl that's not. Oh man."
And then
Sucks.
I love how Nora goes into like what Joel did, and she looks right at her. She's like, "I know."
Mhm.
Now where's Abby? Dude, that whole
Mm.
effing scene, bro. I loved watching her choke to death. I don't know why. I mean, I had a cheesy smile that whole fucking time. Like, yeah, die, bitch. You know,
Homelander out at
Joe didn't
AOL.com.
Well,
Joe didn't get to get you, but yeah,
But-
this bitch got you.
But you see, this goes back to the point we always make in these apocalyptic shows. It's always humanity that's the greatest threat. It's not the virus. It's not these zombies. It's not this or that. It's other fucking humans. And like,
Mhm.
I feel like that's like
The-
real
that's-
life in a sense.
That's because we're so unpredictable. You know, like
Yeah.
they're after one thing. You know what they're after.
Mhm.
But we as people, we're built differently. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go after this. We might go after that.
Mhm.
So, you know,
we
that's
have
why they
motives
make. Yep.
and agendas.
Yep.
See, and that's the thing too. I'm glad that you brought that up because to kind of back that up, I'm so worried about the zombie trying to get me and running away. I'm not even looking at you because I don't think you're a threat right now.
Mm.
And in your mind, you're like, "Oh, this motherfucker is a threat. I gotta kill him before he kills me."
Mhm. Exactly.
Always. Let's move on to episode 6, The Price. We get to see how Joel and Tommy grew up.
Mm.
We get to meet the guy who played their father is our boy from Hawkeye with the
Yeah.
sword.
Daredevil. Yeah. He looks like he could be related to Joel too, and Tommy.
Yeah.
The casting with that was pretty cool. Like they all look like they could be.
I like Tommy from Jump Street. Like he's probably been my sleeper character in the show. I like his
And
story.
Yeah.
when I see when I see them show his character on the game, he doesn't look like the guy on the game. And I think Tommy's, doing pretty all right.
They casted him to look like Pedro. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he needed to look like Pedro because Joel is even a newer character for the game. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
They
Joel
killed my boy.
Joel wasn't in the game until the show came out. You know what I mean? So
Like Ellie, Joel has his moment with his acoustic version of what's the name of that song by Pearl Jam? Whatever it is. In a scene earlier, you see Ellie kind of start to play it, and then stops.
And then she
'Cause
stopped.
It's just
Yep.
too much. It's right before she kills Nora too, so it kind of reminded her like why she needs to do what she needs to do. I love that acoustic. Now they
Future
also
Days.
go back.
Future
Yeah,
Days. That's the song, by the way.
Future days.
Oh, there you go. And they kind of go back. They take you back because this whole episode was about Joel, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Each birthday, how much he went out of his way to
Mhm.
do what he did for the birthday. What stuck out to me the most was their when they went to the museum
Mhm.
and they were in the spaceship
Mhm.
in between the two of them, just to see the way they were imagining how it would have been to be in that spaceship. I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like their work is great. So like for me, again, I didn't play the game, so I think what's her name, Bella Ramsey.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
she's doing great. I think she's doing great. Now,
And they'll win awards for this show.
Mhm.
oh, I hope so.
Yeah, they're gonna.
This is the episode where Ellie gets Abby's people. Am I right?
No.
Or is that the next episode? I might be ahead.
Seven.
Yeah,
I
'cause I'm
watched them like
thinking
back to
too.
back to back. So
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking too. I don't think it's that episode
okay.
because I know like they show you why Ellie snitches on Joel when they bring back what's his name's body, the psychiatrist's body,
Yes.
her husband's body.
Yes.
Um,
Because Joe was wrong for that, bro. Like I get it, but it's like Joe, you're a badass, bro. If this dude starts turning, take him out. Easy.
at least
Come on, man.
let him say goodbye. At least let him say
Yeah, like,
goodbye.
have a heart.
At that point, I thought Joel was fucked up, and I can kind of see as a teenager why Ellie would react the way she did
Mhm.
and dime him out the way she did.
Oh, so
Mhm.
now Al has a heart.
Yeah, well,
That was
every
just
now and
wrong,
again.
though. Like, that was just wrong.
Yeah,
It's like,
it was
and
because
it's our
like my
boy
man,
from Bad Boys. It's
yeah,
our boy from Bad
the way
Boys.
he begged, and he might have wanted to get a message across because somebody did a backstory on it. Oh, because if I'm not mistaken, I think he might have found out what Joel did in the vicinity. Because
Mm.
you saw how Ellie reacted to the truth. Like
Mhm.
she was upset with him.
Yeah.
And then when Ellie told Dina, you saw how she looked. She found
Kind
out that Joel,
of upset too. Is that
which
why
kind
we
of tells
doing
me,
this?
like, are you all a bunch of simple jacks? Because like, had he not done what he did,
Yeah. Ellie's gone.
Ellie's dead.
And there's
So
no
are you okay?
guarantee that her blood or her brain is the cure. There's
Exactly.
no guarantee. You know what I mean? There's not 100% like this is gonna work. So
So,
Like, look, man.
sacrificing his daughter, like, come on, man. Who's sacrificing their child for some shit that might not work? Even if it does work, are you sacrificing a person you look at as your child, your offspring, someone you care for that much? Like, come on, man.
Nope.
well,
Like, what are we
Exactly.
doing?
that's what shows you how much love he has for this kid, and it's not even his
Mhm.
kid. You know,
Now,
he's
had this
at
happen,
every turn, he's trying to protect her. Every turn.
yep. I had this happen in episode 1 of season 1. Oh yeah, Ellie's gone. She was cargo at that point. He didn't care about her.
Mm-hmm.
He was just doing the job. But at the point it happened, come on, man. Like nobody's sacrificing someone they love for some shit. Sorry, it's just not.
I think it was our boy from Bad Boys in the movie when he said some shit like, when you love someone, you can always see their face. Because when Joel told him, he's like, you have any last thoughts or words you want me to? And my man said that shit. I was like, damn, dude, like fuck. Now let me pose this question. In the final episode, I don't know whether or not to be disappointed in how this season ended, especially since they only gave us 7 episodes. Like, what the fuck? Ellie comes across the chick that was pregnant right before she dies. Knowing what that chick did, would you have tried to save? Ellie didn't know what to do to say, to do a C-section, but would you have even tried seeing and finding out that she was pregnant if you were in Ellie's place?
I think what happened with her
I think I would
was
have
that,
tried.
yeah, I think it brought her back to her girlfriend. because her girlfriend's pregnant. You know,
Mhm.
so I think that that's what she was looking at, and she, for herself, she saw her girlfriend being in that position, so that's why she broke down. You know, she didn't know what to do, but you know, she probably put herself like, oh man, it's my girl. You know,
Yeah.
Like me, I
Mm-hmm.
kind of would just play in my mind
It's true.
how Joel died, and then I would just take that blade that she gave me and cut her gut open, and then just
Yeah,
keep it
but
moving.
what's
Mm.
what's the chances that one, she's gonna die? Two, what if you try to and you kill her and she may not have died?
Where she was shot, she was gonna die.
yeah, it's her carotid, right?
But you know, then that brings up the other
Yeah,
thing
she's
is,
bleeding out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what if I don't do this right anyway? You die, your baby dies. What was the point of me doing all of this when I could have said sorry, I can't help you, and moved on? To where now you have to carry on the fact that, damn, I killed her and her baby.
Dude, seeing what Ellie seen, I can give a damn.
Right, but then okay, so if the mom's gonna die and you successfully get the
Sure.
C-section done, what
I wouldn't
now?
have even saved. I
But
wouldn't even save the
but
baby.
yeah, right. So what? You got the baby delivered just to leave the fucking baby sitting there to die anyway?
Well, see, that's the thing. I wouldn't have delivered it. Period. Like the second she would have asked, "Please save my baby," that blade that she handed over to her. Well, no. Before you bleed out, you're going to feel your baby die too. That's
You're
what I meant by cutting
you're
her
so
gut open.
fucked up. You're terrible.
That's back to Homelander stuff.
Yep, that's
Homelander is back in the building.
yep. He definitely is.
Sheesh.
Just keeping that real. That ain't my baby.
I mean,
Exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. That's why when you pose the question of asking what we would do,
I mean, you
if
know,
if I'm in her shoes, what the fuck? I'm gonna deliver the baby and then take the baby with me? Oh,
exactly. That
so
or what I could have done too is, maybe I would have attempted to deliver the baby, and if I have to run against some of the infected, I
you're
can
just gonna
toss the baby
throw the
as a
baby. Oh
distraction
my god.
and keep it moving.
I
You
would save it for bait.
That's how you know Al doesn't have any
No,
kids.
no love for humanity, bro.
look
jeez.
again. It ain't mine. I took no part in it.
It's like the monkeys and
What?
zombies.
They got to go.
Yo,
They
yo,
got to
what the
go.
fuck? No, no,
Now,
Matt
let
knows
me
what I'm
ask you
no.
this.
talking
Did that just hit you, Matt?
about.
Yes. Oh my god.
Hit
The
you.
little wind up
Little delayed
monkeys.
reaction there, bro.
The little wind up monkeys. You throw them in the middle of the zombies, and the zombies just go after it because it's all flailing and making noise.
Now, did y'all see Jesse getting ended the way he got ended?
You liked it, didn't you?
My
did.
man was literally. Now, I felt bad because, like, I kind of like that little trouble thing they got going on. Because he loves Ellie differently than the way Dina loves Ellie. So they all want to love this kid that's about to be born, and all this dude wanted to do was go home.
Mm-hmm.
All he wanted to do when
Mhm.
he literally stepped out the door and got blasted. It's like, Lord have mercy.
Broke my heart,
But let
man.
me ask you this:
Jesse's death was awful.
Yeah,
when
me too. I
yeah, it
liked him
was.
as a character. I liked him.
Yeah, man, I like Glenn's cousin.
That's a good analogy.
I like Glenn's cousin. He was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing.
Mhm.
I guess I'm okay with how this season went. I guess I don't know if I was expecting more in the season finale, but yeah. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 blunts. Just stuff. That's
I
just
think
how I
that's
feel about it.
I think that's a fair score.
Yeah. I guess I wanted a little more. Where are you at with it, Marcus? Oh, we got a delay. Please tell me that's not me.
It's him.
A storm just moved in. We have a big storm here right now. We
Hey,
have
guys,
a big
take
storm
care.
that just moved in.
I'd give it like a 4. I'd give it like 4 months. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I feel like it's me this time because my screen keeps like
What,
flickering. So I think it's on me. I'm sorry. For anyone
what about you,
watching,
Rick?
listen.
I give the season in general, I think, a three bucks.
At least we made it through the show, though.
Episode six, I would rank a little higher because
Yes.
episode 6 was like I would give episode 6 like a 4, but the season in general, I'd say about a 3.
I agree. I totally agree with you there. I totally, because their dynamic in episode 6, showing the love from a father to a daughter, considering that's not really like, I just thought what they did was phenomenal. Like, it was just phenomenal. That might be why I was a little disappointed in episode 7. But what about you, Gabe? What do you give it?
I give it a 4 for the season so far.
For the season?
Yep.
Right on, right on. What about you, Matty Matt?
I'm about right there with you. I say a 3.5 is solid. They have definitely things they could do better, but they've done a great job all around. I mean, sticking to the story for the most part is always a good catch. Acting's been more than subpar for majority of it. So I when I'm watching shows and movies and stuff like that, I don't know what's changed in my brain, but I'll start looking at stuff like that more. How are these actors or actresses executing these scenes? How well did they show their emotion? How well did they become this character that they're trying to portray? So I think they've done very good on that part.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
Well,
I
we've
say
all got
We're terrible for that. That's where I
Yeah.
use whenever I say like, "Oh my god, it was terrible." I'm usually referring to the acting.
Yeah. So a 3.5 to a 4. I think those are
Mhm.
pretty good.
pretty fair, pretty
good
fair,
ratings.
pretty fair. So I'm expecting a third season, considering how they ended this one.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
They probably
We
already
did
shot
not-
season 3.
I want to apologize off rip. We did not get a chance to do movies with Marcus today. I promise we will do it next episode. We have to do it next episode because, some of the movies we're going to talk about, we need to go in depth with. So I want to give them their fair due. Before we sign off, Sorry Not Sorry asked if, here, let me just pop that up here. Sorry Not Sorry asked if we talk about the Elon Trump.
Oh God, that
Can't
needs to be. Yeah.
It's work, man. It's work. I'm convinced it's all work. So
Yeah. Sorry Not Sorry. I don't know how new you are to the show, but I truly can give a fuck about a politician, and I think Elon Musk is our modern day Lex Luthor. I've said that before, and so fuck those guys.
he's like Tony
Essentially.
Stark and Lex Luthor, and he's like battling.
He's 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 like a retarded. He's like a retarded Tony Stark.
No, autistic. Don't. He's autistic,
Yeah.
Al.
I apologize. My apologies. That's Rick at AOL.com using the link.
He's retarded. He is retarded.
But hey, we're definitely going to talk about Sinners next week. Thunderbolts.
Spectrum runs deep
And,
with that one, man.
Yeah, a couple of other things. So and hey, Sorry Not Sorry. Tyler, Julian.
Yeah, Q, Tyler,
Q.
Juju, everybody.
Thank you guys for listening. I know you're out there, Hugh. Thank you. We appreciate all the participation.
Thank you
Please
very
remember
much.
to
Yes.
like and subscribe. Tune in next week when we discuss those movies along with some other things.
Love you guys.
I am Al, joined by my brothers Marcus, Matt, Gabe, and Rick. Peace.